we are going to discuss today on the banana waste products. So this is normally, we are not purchasing any premium product which is supposed to be exported. This is something the byproduct, or we call it as a recyclable product or reusable product, or best out of waste kind of a concept. When it comes to that, we don't really need to purchase it. This is something that we negotiate at a very scrap price and we procure the raw material. And but the business is not on the waste material here. So it's like, okay, I'll start the business from the waste. It's not supposed that. What you need to do is you need to procure it at a very scrappy rate, at a very low rate, and then you come and process it. The equipment what you're going to invest, that is the capital what you're going to invest here. But if you are doing it as merchant trading, you don't need to worry. There are a lot of companies who are already invested, whose production capacity is not fully equipped, or it's not completely utilized. In those cases, you can partner with them and then start working on merchant trading. Even that works very well for you. But here it's not like, okay, we are talking about bananas where you need to pay something of this rupees to multiply it by the weight. That's not the case here, because these are all something that, okay, once the crop is off, the bananas were taken off, and then whatever is left out, that is all will be chopped and that be thrown somewhere. So instead of that, you can use those waste materials. It's not like, okay, then you need to process it. Once you process it, then you'll be having some products in hand, and then you can start working on it. Because in a longer run, if you see the sustainable products, or what we call it as a biodegradable products, these are something that is going to be the big market for you guys. So you can plan accordingly. So if you're looking for a very small capital, I don't need a big investment there. Even in considering, even in the marketing side, even in the manufacturing side, if you see that, okay, this is something not so expensive, because you don't need really big equipments to produce all of it. So if you have a good enough ban, and then with all the waste what you collect from your region, because the only thing here is if you invest the far part of the location from where the bananas are grown, in that case logistic is going to be a cost for you to procure the waste materials from there, the stem and the whole thing and all of it. But when it comes to like, okay, you are nearby to the unit where normally bananas are grown, you can easily procure it. If the transportation is not a big cost for you, then normally this is not a big investment, if I have to call it. Even if you can keep your OPEX and CAPEX both at a lower number, this makes a good margins for you. So here, if you see that you have handicraft, you have papers, you have fibers, you have industrial use fabric also. So these are something that works very well for the businesses. You don't really need a huge capital for it. As I already said, you can start with a very small thing. And when you're initially starting, I don't want you to focus on something, okay, this is something premium or something like that. The basic raw materials, using basic raw materials with the basic equipment, you can produce leaves, fabric plates and sort of that. So that works well. If you are looking for sheets, mats and all of it, even that is also makes a lot of sense. And yarn and fabric is a bit of a expensive thing, and you need to have a good network with the, and when you work with the fabric companies, there are terms, conditions and sort of that will be a bit on a more side, on a heavier side, which is something that you may not be able to equip or initial stages, because whenever you work with the big MNC like especially the manufacturing company or the fabric company or the garment companies, so it is something like, okay, you need to follow the rules, and the process and the quality of the fabric is also matters. So they pay you based on the testing. So consider that way. So cracking that nut is not that easy. But here the whole business depends on the moisture. So if you maintain, if you have a good equipment which can be dried right and then and there, and you can get the fibers out, and then you can just bale it, and then you want to pack it and send it, that's a good model to work with. But many times what happens here is, if you don't procure it on the right time, or you don't purchase it, or you keep it in the moisture area where sun, because these days it's a summer, it doesn't really bother you much. But when it is on the normal days, or when it's raining, so it's in a rainy seasons and all of that, then it will be a bit of a problem where you're like, okay, you're depending on a natural source of light to drying the products, then maybe the moisture is not going to be at low scale. So in those cases, grading will be a bigger problem, so that you need to look for. But these whole business model, if you consider, this is really a great one, because you don't really, the whole advantage of this business, or the making the video on this products, is whole and soul is that, okay, you don't need a huge capital. You've been thinking like, okay, I need huge capital to start exporting and all of it. So that's the reason you would have hold it back, or thinking over like, okay, what exact product I need to select. But this product is not really needs any big money here. You can start with a very small thing, and then that should work very well for you. So world's number one, if I say like we are the bigger producer of it, and the five state produce around 87% of output. If you work or if you invest your machineries in these regions, makes a lot of sense. If you are or if you are merchant trading, or if you want to do it a bigger volume, and if you want to procure the products from India, then what you can do is you can target towards Andhra Pradesh for fabrics, and if you want to target towards Maharashtra and Karnataka, you will get fiber, paper, packaging materials, agro inputs. So this is something that you can check from here. And Tamil Nadu is completely again high quality fibers. You can get it from there. Kerala is handicraft and very good materials you get from there. At least we are working with someone who is like having all the banana products, which is around range somewhere between from the waste. I'm saying not the banana product is like not the raw banana or the ripe banana. It's like the from the waste what is produced is almost 130 plus products they are producing there. So that's a great number which is produced from the waste. Because till now, before 5-10 years back, if you see that these are something that it's expensive for a farmer. You take out the bananas and then you need to pay to get it chopped and all of it. Now it's like, okay, people come and buy the waste from you. So that's a win-win situation for the farmer as well as for you. So that for him it's land cleared. So again, he can start saving for a new crop. But for you, it's like a waste thing. We can just process it and get the products out. So it's a win-win situation. However good you can be a negotiator there, you'll be able to make good money there. Okay. So here, if you look at when you make a product, obviously you get a margin there. So what kind of markets you can target for plates, paper, packaging, food serving bowls and all of it? That's UAE, US and UK. These are the markets for you which has a good margins. And when it comes to fibers, especially if you are looking for automobile industry. So how banana products are related to automobiles? See, these days biodegradable products, when it comes to coir thing, right? So when you are preparing textiles or fabric from it, it is not used, it is not so good as like a banana, it's not smooth enough. So that fabric cannot be used for interiors of your premium vehicles. When you have a EV, which is like, okay, what do you call, a green thing, environmental things comes into picture. So then interior also makes sense. We cannot use leather and sort of that. So in those cases, a premium car is been using banana products, banana fabrics and all of that for the interior, for the seatings, leathers and all of it. So you can plan accordingly. See, if you go specific towards what industry wants, you make a good money there. If you go generic and saying like, okay, someone else is doing it, so I'll also do the same, then yeah, you don't earn as much as you should do. So if you go industry specific, you target a particular industry and you solve a particular problem, then that is something, if that problem is universal, then you make money all across, right? So that's something that you can look at, and Germany is a great market for especially targeting towards your automobile industries. And if you are looking for European distributors and all of it, Netherlands is the best place to work with, so plan accordingly. So premium qualities, sensitivities, zero wastages, you have some sustainable products. Japan and Singapore is a good market. And Australia, if you're looking for any kind of packaging material, premium packaging or agro packaging. So this works very well. So these are something that you can look in. And on average, if I have to tell you, 20-25% is the easy margin that you can make on, because this is not expensive. These are the cheap products and as well as not so expensive things. So you don't need a huge capital. You get 100% advance payments here. You don't need to worry on that. So coming to the HSN codes, 8-digit HS code, you need to be very specific. HS code is particularly meant by product specific, finished products. And whenever you're using it, you need to look towards what application it is. Based on that, you need to pick your HSN code. Many people get it wrong, and then that's the big market issue they get into. When you're doing even the product analysis, it takes a hit. So be careful on that. So top rejections is because of your moisture and your inconsistency of the fiber length. If you're a merchant trader, you can go and evaluate multiple manufacturers and see who is a good one to work with. But if you are a manufacturer, if you're planning to start a new one, so majorly I would recommend you to use some kind of a premium where you have a good length of fabric is being taken out from the raw material. Because many times if you go for a cheaper one, I have seen it, so the length is not completely utilized, so it chops off the halfway, and then due to the length, the prices get like 30 to 40% down. So instead of that, you need to instead of taking that haircut, so you can just take the complete benefit when you're investing on a right equipments. Okay, so plates and HSN code mismatch, these are the regular challenges what you face in exports. But here in this business, it's really variable. Okay. So here is the action plan. If you have one, good, follow it. If you don't have one, just this is a skeleton which you can use it and plan accordingly, and then use it and work it around with it. So that should also help for you. So here, if you are looking for any support from us, this is a great product. I strongly recommend it. And I would say like, okay, this is something you can start even with 5-10 lakhs. So not a big capital is required. And moreover, you have 100% advance coming in. So even that also works well. Initially starting capital, marketing cost, and a bit of expenditures you need to bear. Then rest is something, if you build a system for your business, then yeah, well and good. So if you want to learn about the system, you want to build the business with me, and if you want to outsource your whole export division to us, we have all the services. If you are looking for any kind of a paid support from us, you can give us a call on this number and take a complete support and understand what we do, how we do it, and how valuable we can be for your company as a synergy point of it. And you can let us know on that. Okay. So if you're looking for any free advisors, I would say that, okay, please drop your questions in the comment box. We can help you with that, and then we can catch you up from there. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. If your video is helpful, it made some sense for you, and if this is something that you are selecting as a product, so let us know what is your thought process. Why are you selecting it as your product, and what your ground reality is like. Okay, after watching this video, you have gone and tried with someone, checked with someone. Then what is your thought? If you have that thing, please share it with the community. It will be very much helpful. Drop it into the comment box. That should be good. Yeah. So thank you so much for having us here. And thank you for watching the video, and please like and subscribe to our channel, and catch you up in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.